Good morning, guys. Uh, 33. Yeah, they're still having some issues with some of these websites this morning. It seems like every time I go back and try to log on some of these websites, they're not working correctly. Let's see where the top part. 78. Kind of hoping it goes straight down here. Get below that 58. I like the shorts a little better today. We'll see what happens with this first 15 minutes here. Is it just going to consolidate? We're already in this short for 1 micro, so I don't know. We're up $100 already on this one eval this morning, but we're also going to take this. I'm hoping the markets aren't messed up too bad. I need to make sure they're on the same page here, because that's what I didn't notice yesterday is TradingView was off from my charts, so which they look fine today, but I'm still probably not going to trade my Apex account because every time I try to get back on their site, that stuff is not working. So I don't know what's going on with that either. Don't really know what to expect with the market today. Today is non-farm not non-farm payroll, but what is it? We have Nvidia numbers at their close today, so could be a consolidation day because Nvidia may not move because people are waiting for the Nvidia numbers to come out. We'll go to investing.com. Like I said, investing.com is where I usually get all of my stuff from. Let's see. So just go to investing.com. We still got 10 minutes before this breakout. Might have to move my thing. But here's economics calendar. You scroll down and see what 3-star news. The only thing we have today is the FOMC meeting minutes. That's not till 2 o'clock today. And crude oil if you trade crude oil. And you can go to earnings calendar. And probably Nvidia's on top of the list. Yeah, it's on top of the list right there. So that's what I'm saying. NASDAQ is definitely infected by that Nvidia numbers. You can probably expect a 100 or 200 point move off those Nvidia numbers. It's pretty insane. So if you're into full port and cheap accounts, today it'll be the day to do that. Or this evening it'll be the day to do that. I've done that once and passed an account, but that was a while back. I don't usually recommend doing it unless you just don't want to trade your evals. Right now I have a down bias. Well, I think what's going to happen, I think we'll get that one move this morning, like 8:30 to 8:45. Then after that, it'll probably be choppy the rest of the day. Like I said, we're already short on our one account. We got short, I don't know, about 7:40 or right before 8 o'clock. We sold one contract and we still got our runner going for 25 points. Hopefully, I don't have any issues with Padeas today. Yesterday, I had a Padeas put me in like 10 or 20 points below the target yesterday. So we're having issues with a lot of these prop firms yesterday with that Cloudflare that was out yesterday. And I tried to log back onto, let me check Apex again. I tried to log back onto them, so I don't know if they're still being affected or not. So it won't let me back on their webpage. I was able to get back on it this morning. Let's see. No. So it looks like the Apex website's not letting me back on their site again. I don't know if they're doing another update or what's causing. Hopefully it'll get that fixed in a little. Woo, this 15-minute candle's just selling off. That's going to make this for a kind of a scary short here. This is going to be a big old 15-minute candle. I'm hoping we get a pullback before we can jump in. Or the worst case scenario, you get this big 15-minute candle and you're just stuck in it all morning. All right, about to be a new candle here. Like to see a 50% of this pullback on this candle here. Let's see here. 50% of this candle is back up at the 50. $38's to 45. So it looks like it just hit off the 38 and it looks like it's probably going to continue down. So a lot of times that's a good indicator if we're going to continue down. Just pull your fib on these big 5-minute candles. And if your 50% holds and your 30% holds, it's kind of in that range. More likely we're still going to be pushing. Oh, I didn't want it. Dang it. Can't jump in early. We still got 5 minutes left. Okay, good. It's holding. I want to see a candle right here, kind of like be like a little bear flag, where you just get this little bitty small green candle and the next candle is just a dump. What do we got? We still got 3 minutes left on this candle, so it'll be a few minutes. How are you guys doing this morning? So the account that we're looking for a trade on is Prodeus. If you're new to trading, remember guys, there's no 100% when it comes to trading. That's part of the trading is accepting losses. You just have to kind of just, how much you're willing to lose. So most of these trades that I'm going to be taking around this 15 minutes, about $50 is going to be my max. No, don't break out now. I want the next candle to be the breakout. I really don't want it to be this candle. But something I have to be aware of the last 2 days that it's broken out the bottom. So basically that's a manipulation candle, and then we exploded out the top. So that has to be taken consideration with this trade over here. I don't want it to be. I'd like to hold this most of the morning if I can. But that's kind of going to be the reality of this. If we break down, let's say if we break this 15 minutes and we sell down 20, 30 points, sell down to the 600, and then when the market opens, we explode back out the top. What app am I using? This is, yeah, Jason, Prodeus is fairly new to me too. I've only been using them for about 2 weeks. I only started using them because they had like super cheap evals. They're like $8 last week. Hopefully they'll have another sale like that next week. The one charts on the left here is my Ninja Trader charts is the ones I trade on the most. My only thing I'm not a fan of the Prodeus thing is I have to trade on Quantower, and I'm not that comfortable trading on Quantower. All right, here's 10 seconds left. Here comes that next candle. I wish this candle was a little green, honestly. Need to see some kind of pullback. I'd like to see it move up a little bit. Hopefully the wherever I enter, it enters and doesn't put me way down in the hole starting out like it did yesterday. Yeah, price action could be garbage today, guys. And I only say that. What's up, Fish Lips? I'm doing good. I think because Nvidia may be chopping sideways today, waiting on the earnings. So I think it's going to bring down. It's going to make NASDAQ super choppy today. hoping we break out the bottom of this 15 minutes here. I don't know if, let's see, 60, 33. If these 33 levels can hold. Everything's super bearish right now. So hopefully that'll continue. Hopefully once we lose this 25, we'll make a push down here to the 24,600. We're about to find out if once I take these trades, if the thing's going to be messed up or not. Yesterday, whenever I took my per days trades, it did not put me in where where I was trying to be. It was about 10 points off. The same with my Apex accounts for whatever was going on yesterday with that Cloudflare. Well, at least it let me enter and it didn't like bad fill me. So if this one fails, what we'll do is just wait for the opening and see where we get the blast out of this area. I feel like my stop loss needs to be at 60, like to stay safe. Because we could go up there and retag that 50 area because the market likes the whole numbers. $24 at 500. Yeah, I think I will hit that 60. And this way we have all these wicks here to kind of help protect us. And this is just 2 micros also, guys. So this is not two minis. This is 2 micros and not 2 minis. How's your how you been doing, Fish Lips, with the whole number trading? We got wicks here. We got wicks here. So that's what I'm saying. I hope these wicks help protect us. Almost 4K yesterday. Man, that's destroying some stuff there, man. So that 60 will be my line in the sand for here. I'm sorry, I missed what you were saying. Trading with Jack. Yeah, I don't like. Oh, minis. Yeah, minis will destroy your account real quick. You really need like a 150K or something big like that to trade minis. I learned that the hard way in my early stage of trading, where I would be trading minis, and so like right now we're only down like $50 in the hole. That's a good thing about trading minis. You can withstand a little drawdown. Or I mean micros. With minis, shoot, you're looking at $400 or $500 here if you were in the hole. Yeah, I don't know why. I still never could really get that down. I think it's because I have to visually kind of see that fish lips instead of just like talking about it. It's hard for me to visually see something like that. Let me see where the 50% of this was. See. So the 50 was the 50% of this big candle here. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We could get a lot of chop today, Jess, because of those Nvidia numbers that we have today. It could be some crappy price action today. So the for days accounts, we are in the red on this trade here, and for the Bulanox accounts, we're in the green because we've been short since 671 on the Bulanox. All right, we got the same little push yesterday, 5 minutes before the market opens. Hopefully, this will be the push. It'll give us a quick push down to the whole numbers here. Come on. Give us that little push right here before the market opens. Come on. We're back to our entry. Come on. Come on. At least give me the 600s right before the market opens. Because what's going to happen if we stay in this trade before open, I'm scared it's just going to pop here, wick us out, then push back down. So that's the risk you kind of take trading pre-market. Oh, Tesla's levels are today also? Our earnings? I'll have to look. I didn't see Tesla. I know it's Nvidia numbers, but I wasn't sure about Tesla. Come on. If I hit the first target, we'll just go to break even. Come on, give me the 10 points before we open. This way we can get to break even before the market opens. Come on. Oh, it's right there at it. Oh, it wicked me. Come on, that was dirty. Come on. Give it to me. I want it so bad before the market opens because I don't really want to be. I want to be at break even before the market opens. Because I just don't want this thing to rip my face off back to the top side. Either that or we're just going to have to lower our risks. I think I will. I'm just going to lower my risk in case this thing slingshots back up here at opening. Damn it. Come on. We may not get it before the market opens. One minute left. Yes. Come on. Dude, don't. Come on. Dude. Okay. Ooh. Nice. Woo! Talking about cutting it there at the end. All right, we're going to follow this next one down if it goes down. $30 seconds before the market opens, guys. Woo! We're back break even, so the worst case scenario, we don't make anything on this next contract. We're targeting the lows. Now, this could be a manipulation move for us to go back higher, so. Go, go, go. Oh no, how did it stub me out? I must have hit something. I did. I had to close that myself somehow. I don't. Hey, we're having some. All right, so I'm still in the short on my Bulanox accounts here. I'm gonna have to take some profit on this just because I don't want to not get any profit off this. So this could be the manipulation play for us to go back out the top here. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. That's what's happened for the last 2 days. So this is why I'm trying to put myself in profit. If not, you can maybe wait for this next 5-minute candle and see if we're going to find support here at the bottom of this 15-minute candle. Nah. I gotta wait for the next 5-minute candle to get some kind of entry, guys. So, oh, did you take that too? The 5 you got in short at the 600? Okay, no, you did the 575 to 600. Okay, I got what you're saying. So you took the long at 575. Here's the 15-minute retest. Here's where I'm wondering if this is going to hold, or are we going to blast back out the top of it? Yeah, so this could get stopped out. It depends on the 15 minutes. It looks like it's going to blast out the top. So, all right. So we might have to do the top trade. There's another 15-minute. Yeah. So I got stopped out on that. All right. Got 3 seconds left. See what happens at the top of this 15-minute candle here at 80. We're back at the top of that 15-minute range. I'm pretty sure we're going to be moving higher. This is kind of like the manipulation type thing. Yeah, so we never broke out of that 15-minute range here, guys. What do we got left on this? Got 2 minutes still left on this 5-minute candle. If this next candle can print and stay above this, we'll try long. So this is what we were talking about, choppy price action before the market open. $20 seconds left on this 5-minute candle. That's right at it. That's pretty scary. Well, it looks like we might only got that original breakout to the downside. The only reason why I didn't like this one, where it didn't print above it, guys. It printed on the line, and the wick traded back into it. Let's see. Hmm. 80 will be my line in the sand. If it gets back below 80, we'll probably just close the trade down. '30s is your high, so it could be running the highs here. Or I think if you put in the pivots, I mean, that's a long ways to the upside. It's all the way up to the 800s. See if we can get a print above 94 here. All right, here comes session high. I'm going to be looking for 810 to get hit. But we've got to wait for the next candle to print to get some kind of pullback here. Waiting to see if we can get some kind of pullback. I don't know if we get a little deeper pullback here. I think it already pulled back to 50%, but I didn't know if we'd get some kind of pullback here. Like I said, we're still targeting that 810 up there. That is your, well, let's see. Actually, we may hit the 82 first, then the 810s. Then above that is 832, 859. So this should be your target up. Let's see. I'm trying to get it marked out so I can see it. Sorry about the charts here, guys. Another scary motion is this, man. Just one big old bear flag and just sells off. That would suck. That's what we were saying about that level. That level there is the New York lunchtime high. So if you kind of do the ICT kill zone areas, that 82 is kind of like a kill zone area. Man, this thing could come all the way back down to here. Because it could do a full like 50% pullback. So that's something you have to be aware of. And that would be all the way back down to 665. Did you take the long off of a 700 fish lips? Man, it's very tempting to take this off. We're up. We just hit 100 points. So we're about to hit that 809, 810 area. If we get above the 800 level, we're probably going to take our profit here at 92. All right, we at least locked in 100 points. Wow. Dude, we could be going to 900s. That's yesterday's open. Whew. Man. Man, this thing's just going straight to the moon, guys. So just locked in the 100 points here. Man, it's so hard not to take profit here. I mean, I'm anticipating a pullback here, guys. I mean, this is why we're trying to just take what profit we can. If I can get that 93 level before it happens, So that'll help us lock in at least 120 points here. What's up, Outer? If we hit that 93, that'll be a 200-point move. Oh, there we go. Nice. Oh. Man, that's probably like one of my largest trades ever. Man. Nice. Yeah. Oh, that was a lag. Son of a bitch. We'll try one trade. If this doesn't work, we'll just that'll be it for this today. Yeah. All right. Let me close my thing down real quick, then log back on. All right, where else could we go? I mean, we got a lot of targets to the upside. We got yesterday's high up there at 959. Maybe up to the 50s here. You got a big move yesterday, Outer? Nice. Or this morning? Nice. Kind of waiting to see if they're going to get some kind of pullback here. I mean, that's a lot of green candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at all these green candles. That's insane. Oh, trust me, Outer. We all have those moments where it seems like every trade's a loser, man. I have those. I have those moments too. It's just like. So 56 and 25. That's your Asia high from 2 days ago, and all these highs from yesterday that we haven't ran. I'm anticipating at least a 20 or 40% pullback. I don't know. You would think that we'd pull back to the 900s and possibly back down to the 50s here. Just kind of have to sit here and be patient and wait. Hopefully it's not one of these mornings you get that one move and it just sucks the rest of the day. That's what I was kind of, bringing up this morning, just because we have NVIDIA numbers this evening. We have the FOMC minutes this evening. Oof. Uh, that was a little bit more riskier trade. That's why I didn't bring it up, because that was just more or less a breakout type trade. So I wasn't sure. That's why I was going to break even so fast on that. Ah, damn it. I was on the wrong effing account. This still could get a deep pullback here, but I would like, well, here it goes. Yeah. We might not have a big enough stop loss to hold. Man, I can't believe this thing's just still going higher. Did you blow any of your accounts outer over that little bad stretch you were having? Oh. Oh, from copy trading? Yeah, I want to say I had a bad. My last bad trading day was 2 Mondays ago, where I lost a funded account. Man, this thing is so bullish today. This is insane that we haven't had a decent pullback yet, guys. We're about to hit that 25,000. You would think that we'd get some kind of reversal off that 25,000. You said you will stop to trade at the 25,000? This stuff hit like right there at 88. I don't know what it is about that 88 level. Sometimes I got to remember that. At 88, it seems like that thing always hits there right before the 90. Mm. Man. All right, we got 1 minute left on this 5-minute candle. Oh, goodness. Wait, are you saying you kept a loss all the way to 25,000? What's up, Kathy? Or is that Kathy? No, never mind. Where was your entry? I didn't know you were in a. Are you? So you're in a short. I didn't know you were in a short. Hmm. This could be another 900 pullback here. Pop, baby, pop. Catching these quick little breakouts. Come on. Give me the... okay. I was hoping that we would get the 25,000 there, but did not. Didn't get it. I don't really have a direct P&L, Silas, because I'm trading prop firms. So most of my trades that you see are eval trades, and I only take like certain what do you want to call it, funded trades. Most of my trades you see on stream, and I look at that as my chart time. So like just constantly practicing the setups that I take. So most of my funded trades or trades, the big trades, have been coming off the 15 minutes. It's just something I haven't been keeping up with. So we're trading, I want to say five different funded accounts at the moment. And unfortunately, my last funded account got denied for its payout because of some rule I broke earlier this year. We're still waiting on the inside bar. What time is it? 10:30. I'm gonna try not to over trade today because I don't know if it's gonna turn into chop because of Nvidia numbers. So yesterday was a red day for me because of the whatever's going on with Cloudflare. So I lost $150 on my fundage yesterday on 2 accounts actually because I was copy trading. So basically $300 off of my fundage yesterday. I sent a message, hopefully to customer support. I hope they fix it, but I don't know yet. What market do you trade, Silas? The ninja trapped again. I was lost on Monday. Oh, dude, Mondays have been my like kryptonite, man. I've been getting destroyed on Mondays lately. I gotta stop it. It's almost to the point where I don't even need to trade on Monday because it seems like every bad day I have is always on a Monday. Use the SPY. I've looked at that, but let me look at that again, see if that's the one I look. Let's see. SPY. What is the abbreviation for? Is it just a SPY for SPY? No. What is the symbol for the SPY, Silas? SPDR. Oh. Oh yeah, I've looked at this. That's the Russia market. Is that right? Is that the Russia market? Oh yeah, dude, there was a banger long this morning with the SPY at 63. How much are the How much are the points worth on the SPY? Like how much do they cost for one like mini or micro on their market? Let's see. This is a insane. Look at this 2-minute chart, guys. It's just insane. Two-minute following the 21 all the way up. All right, let me see if you can do that on. Can you trade the SPY on Ninja? SPDR. Yeah, nothing comes up whenever you put that on Ninja. Oh, you just use, okay. The S&P 500 ETF. Let's see if Apex's site's back up. No. No, I guess Apex is still having some issues with their site today. Oh, you're talking about the lost trade where I was like 50 points in a hole whenever I took it outer? Yeah, I'm hoping Apex will fix my account, but I don't know. I sent him a little ticket this morning. If not, I just have to live with it. It just sucks that it should have been a nice trade. I wish I'd have knew that everything was that messed up before I took that trade, because usually I try to stay away from the markets if I know everything's messed up like that. I didn't know it was a 50 points difference between where I thought I was entering and where the market actually was. We got an inside candle here. I don't know if it'll work. I wouldn't even pay. I missed the upside. See if we can get 10 points off of this. I'm not going to play it the way it's supposed to be. Your stop loss is supposed to be back up there because I think this has already failed. I didn't know if we'd get another little retest of the 500s here. Oh my, got stopped. That took some profit off of that last account because we were up a little bit more on that, and that kind of knocked us back down to 100. May have to settle down on taking trades today because I don't know. I feel like it's going to be so choppy the rest of the day. That happened the other day whenever I was trading. We got up really big, and by the end, that it got brutal. I mean, everything else looks green to me. Like if you're the 4 hour is kind of bearish at the moment, but everything else, the hourly, 15 minutes, and the 5 minutes are all bullish. Yeah, I lost $300 on that trade yesterday, outer, because I copy traded all my funded accounts. I mean, it looks like we're trying to roll over, but you would think after this big of a move up, we would get some kind of like pullback here. Yeah, usually after I take like a big loss, most of the time I have to take a break from trading. Not from trading, but from trading that account so we don't end up messing it up, because that's usually what happens. You get in that revenge trading type mode and you end up over leveraging and trying to get it back. Let's see if we get the push down to the 900s. I wouldn't mind trying to take a long off the 500s, like a little 2 point, a little 2 micro point here at the 900s. Make sure I'm on the right account. Yeah. Didn't get down there. A pullback all the way to 833. That would be super nice if we did get something like that. Then maybe look for a short off the 900 down there. We're going to keep a short, tight leash on this. We're looking for that first 9 EMA pullback here at the 905s. Just looking for 10 points. I'm hoping this is the 3-man salute, 3-candle pullback here, and the next candle will be kind of like the rip back up higher. So 90 will be kind of my line in the sand on this. Damn, did we miss it? Okay, that was the 10. That was the first bounce. So that's pretty normal. Most of the time you hit the 10, then you have a nice little reaction off the 10 and 12. What do we got left on? We still got 2 minutes left on this candle, so hopefully that 2 minutes has got enough time to push us back down. That was the kind of reaction I was looking off my level, that 30, 40 point bounce. So hopefully we don't miss it. Hopefully we still get a bounce like that on the next touch of that 900. So that's kind of scary a little bit. I just hope it doesn't rip my face off and just sell right through. I'm hoping we still got the 900s. It looks like we still got a big wick right there, but that wick's already being hit. I think that 900 may even be the line in the sand here. If it can't hit that 900 and bounce, we may close it sooner or later, because we don't want to get trapped in a big sell-off all the way back down into the 800s here. Oh, you said you want long? Well, I'm hoping just for like a 10-point bounce outer. That's all. I don't anticipate a big move back up to the upside. Now, unless we get a new printed candle and this area holds and this area breaks. So I will take a long above this if it's a green candle pushing above the 40s. If you're just joining us, these are eval trades that we're trading this. This is not a funded trade. I would never take this type of setup on a funded. This is just eval only. Oh, don't miss it. If it misses and goes back up, we may close it because it might have just missed us. Come on. Damn it. I really don't like that new candle. We might have, did we get missed? All right. Like I said, 90 is going to be my line in the sand. All right. Already break even. You want it to be super quick, fast, instant, just like that. Like you just want it to just rip instantly off that 900 level. And we may not even get anything with that runner. That's why I said you really just got to take 10 points and be done with it. Yeah, we were just looking for a 10-point little bounce off the 900s. So it could easily just rip all the way back down to this 21 EMA. If it gets through this candle, we could be going all the way back down to the 45s here. So if we can hit the 90 level here, say we hit the 90. Hit the 10s. I will long above this candle here, though. Because that would be like a three candle bull flag on the 5-minute. No, only if this is green and it's back above 30. So this would be like a 3-candle pullback on the 5 minutes. So it's like the 3-man salute, whatever. There's your 90 hit. So now let's see if this pulls back, retest the 910. Then if it starts selling back through, more likely we're going to get a nice little sell here. Might take out that 832 that you're talking about, outer. That's all the way down at the 21 EMA. We still got 2 minutes left on this candle, or 1 minute and 30 seconds left. There's the 90 hit. So that's pretty normal. Hit that 90. Let's see if this hits the 10. And it did. That 90 to 110 is a very tricky area to take trades. Very easy to get your face ripped off in that area. Still got some pretty good sized candles. And if we do enter this, we're just going to enter it with 2 micros, guys. Remember, we're staying super small. These 5-minute candles are pretty big. I mean, you're looking at 40-point candles. So that might have been the pullback here. Let's see if we lose the 900s here. All right. Pretty much a free trade. We're just going to risk our, what do you want to call it? We're just going to target 75. That should be the next target down before it bounces, possibly. And you could get more if it continues, because it could go back down to the 30s. That's kind of what I think Outer in my lobby is waiting on. This will be basically a zero trade because I got 10 points and we're risking our 10 points. So we won't make any profit off this because we still got a 10-point stop loss. That's why I like to do that first 10 points. This way you can either go to break even or just have a 10-point stop loss, and that way it's just a washout. What is that at 832 Outer? Are you talking about just that big 5-minute wick? Is that what you're just looking at? We still could get stopped out. I mean, this thing hasn't started moving yet. It's almost like, do I want to target this wick down here? I'm about to get my last candle hit. We may just, because I feel like we're going to bounce at the 75. A lot of times you like to bounce at these whole numbers, bounce back up to 900s. Then it would need that to sell back down possibly. All right. Oh, well. We just took it at the 75. We probably left a lot on the table. I think we could possibly hit this wick down here. Okay, so 832 is the New York Tuesday AM high. Okay. Then you got equal lows on the 1 minute, 827. Yeah, like I said, we were either going to get the bounce at that 875 or I was just going to leave a lot on the table. That's okay. Well, maybe we may still get that 75 bounce back up to the whole number. If we can bounce back up there and retest that whole number, maybe we can look for another short. Because that's what fish lips would do. Next level hit. Be careful of the 860. I'm not jumping back in right now. We're gonna wait. So we're green across the board today. 114 on the funded. That 200-point move we took, that was almost $600, and 226 on this one eval we're trading. Yeah, that probably was probably one of my biggest trades ever. I've never had a 200-point trade. We could possibly maybe be shorting the 816s if we start getting below those 800 levels. What is the 50% move on this big old move here? Wow. This baby could go all the way down to the 780. Woo. Insane. Yeah. 870 is possible, or 780 is definitely possible here. What's up, Bear? I think I tried to give you a sell this morning. Is anyone still using your discount code, Bear? Isn't it just Bear? Or have you been updating that? I know. I knew I was going to be leaving some on the table. I figured we'd be hitting these wicks because there's nothing in here. Look, it's all empty on the 5 minutes. So I was like, man, but that's okay. I was trying not to be too greedy. Oh, you make sure it's updated every day? Okay. Oh, I missed that 2-minute setup. I was trying to watch it. There was a 2-minute setup here. I'm looking for a bounce here at the 16 possible. I need to pull up my hourly chart because I didn't see where that wick was at. I don't have time. I don't think I have enough time. Now, if we lose the 16, we're going to look into shorting. I thought we would get a bounce here at the 16 level. What do we got left on this candle? 30 seconds left. $16. Like I said, if we lose 16, 16 is my line in the sand here. Yeah, we lost fucking 16. Yeah, lost 16. We still didn't print below 16, so I was looking for a print below 16. If this thing can push back up and get back above that 16 level. Doesn't look like it's going to. There comes that 80 level. All right, this may be the line in the sand here at the 80. Let's see what happens with the 80 and see if we get a big bounce here. Damn. There's the 50%. We are getting a bounce. We still got 3 minutes left on this 5-minute candle, so we do have time to get back above the 16 level. Boy, we left a lot on the table from our original short, guys. We got to wait for this next 5-minute candle to kind of see what it's going to do here. Because this could be the reversal area, because this is 50% of the move, of the total move of this morning. So this could be the reversal area. So we got to wait for the next candle to print. Wow. We just blasted that 50%, guys. Man, it's like, are we going all the way back down to the retrace the whole move over? Oh, come on. We got 1 minute, 30 seconds left on this candle. Want to see it have a decent little pullback here. Man, these candles are massive. What is that? 20 all the way down to 50. So that's a 70.5 minute candle. That's what's been making these trades so tough. That's the reason why I don't put my stop loss where it needs to be. Because the stop loss on these candles are just insane the last couple days. I'd rather take a 10, 15 point loss instead of holding that damn thing for 40 and 50 points. Because I can get back 40 or 50 bucks. But I don't want to be trying to get back that much. That's just insane. I know that thing, it's I was expecting a pullback here, Outer, but man, I was not expecting that. It's almost like, man, I could have had my second 100-point trade if we held. Man, do you think we go back to the lows here? If we lose this, man, is that going to be the golden pocket? Is that the... If you pull the fib on the whole move? Let me see. Let me pull fib on this candle and see where the 50% mark is. Just so I kind of have an idea where I need to have my stop loss. If we blast that 50% of this candle, we probably have to close. So 85 will be my line in the sand here. We might just have to wait for a deeper pullback, because we could trade back 50% of this, because you got to think we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, like 3 straight red candles. And this is just 2 micros, guys, 2 micros. All right, there's kind of my line in the sand here. All right, one more bounce off that 50% of the candle. Kind of makes me nervous that we done hit it 3 times, so we may have to close this if it starts selling through. It looks like what it is. I'm waiting to see if I start seeing the body of the candle get above that level. If it doesn't, I'm okay with holding a trade, because we could anticipate a bigger pullback back up here to the EMAs up here. So you have to anticipate that. And I don't care to add. I'd rather it just pull back and just try to look for another short up at the top. All right, so it looks like the body's trying to push up here. Like I said, once I start seeing body above it, that's when we usually start closing it. We got multiple opportunities to get out of this trade. Ooh. I gotta see what account am I trading? Okay, we're not trading one of the the ones that were up a lot on. I just had to make sure I wasn't trading that. Wait for a bullish QB breaker. Consider it short. Yeah, I'm thinking if we get a deeper pullback, we may have to just re-enter if it pulls back up here into the teens. So, and I may even let it stop me out or just risk the top here. That way we hit our first target. At least we got a 10, so we would only be in the trade for 20 bucks if it stops us out here. So our runner may get stopped out here. We hit our first initial 10, so the stop, yeah. Yeah, the purpose behind my short here is whenever I get short at the close of the candle, I'm looking for it to run these wicks down at the bottom to get like a quick 10, 20 point move. Now, I only take these type of setups with the eval guys. I would never do this type of stuff, what I just did with a funded account. So that's what I was looking for. We'll see if I got short here at the close of this candle. I'm looking for a pop below this wick here. I may follow this down. Where's that bullish order block at? I did not expect all this crazy movement today with the NVIDIA numbers coming out. Anybody going to pull for NVIDIA today? Unfortunately, we still could be red on this account if it comes back and stops us out. Because what did we hit? Almost the 700, so it could push back up, hit that 50. Man, this thing could reverse all the way back up, guys. Here's that 50 level. This is pretty crucial here. You really need to see us push back down off this 50. But the bulls are dead. I know, Alder, where was the confidence when I was back up there, like when I was short from up there at the 900s? You should have been like, hell, hold, Husk, hold. We're going to the freaking 700s. Another 200-point sell-off. We paper-handed the crap out of this last trade. My trading system doesn't allow. Whew. We're holding. We're going to hold as long as we can. What scares me is we can hit this freaking 700 level and rip all the way back up to the 800. See, stop loss has to be a way to F back up there. Man. Boy, we paper-handed our freaking long. So if this thing even pulls back, guys, we would look to even re-enter, even if it pulls back on us. So what's up, Queen? How are you doing today? The VWA, the VWAP at the 721. Did you short that 16 level, Methodical Man? Or did you short that print below that 816? Yeah, I didn't know if we would got a bounce. That's why we were keeping our stuff kind of small on that one, because I knew if we lost that 816, it was going to be downtown. Did you long it this morning? I mean, it gave a signal on the long too, right here in the 90s. What? Come on, man. You got a whole 20 points. It's like, hold it. I may even risk profit here and add, because in case this is just a pullback. I almost feel like my stop loss needs to be back up above 800 here. Oh, you were long before it closed. I wish it'd give us the opportunity to kind of add and get a better position, but I don't know if it will. What's up, Z? How are you doing today? Look at all these green candles. That's just insane. The amount of green candles that we have. Dude, the stop loss really to be an accurate trade has to be up at the 860s, which is effing insane. These moves are just insane. Does anybody know if the Apex accounts are working okay today? I didn't take any trades on Apex. I wasn't sure because I was still having some issues with logging onto their website. So I stayed away from them this morning just to be on the safe side because I wasn't sure. Let's see. I keep checking to see if it'll let me log on, but it's still giving me that same verify if you're a human, all that stuff, and it's kind of just frozen there. So I'm not sure. They must still be getting their stuff kind of fixed or might still be having some issues. Ooh. Let's see, we're at 50%. What scares me is this thing could pull back 50% of this move, which is all the way back up here at the 850s. And I think I'll hold this trade. And if it pulls back up into this, I will just add to it. Because I'm only in at 1 micro at the moment. You're using Trade Evade with no issues. You said 64 and we pop. Let's see. Let me put it on the ES then. Okay, 64 and we pop possibly. Methodical man, did you take that 2-minute trade here? This one right here? Well, this was on the ES, but I think there was one on the NQ also. Right here. Up there at 920. Did you take that? Oh, it has to make a new low first. Okay, see, I missed that part. We're looking for the New York lows down at 565s. All right, let me put it back on the ES so that we can watch that with the ES, that 64 level. Manzini, he was saying if we reclaim that 64, it could be back up there. And this thing could just rip all the way back up there, so... Here comes that 64 level that Manzini talked about. Man, that looks so bullish. What's up, Boyd? How are you guys doing today? We need that 64 to hold here on the ES, or not. If it does get above it, just kind of just hover above it, then sell back through it. And we may try to add to this also if it gets back into like the 800s. We'll just add a contract because it's looking super bullish at the moment. That would be Manzini's long level. Man, how do you catch trades and just follow this freaking 2-minute chart up? Look at this crap, man. This is just insane today. We may be back for NVIDIA numbers today just to see what the market does. Probably won't take any trades, but it's fun to watch some craziness. Maybe someone will be streaming that'll blow up some accounts or something. Also, I guess Trump speaks today in 40 minutes too, so kind of have to be aware of that. Woo, that 64 held, guys. The 64 held. Come on. Come on, Manzini's level. It's like, walk away. Like I said, guys, we're trying to get better at holding trades. So this is the purpose of this. Let's see how long we can hold this, even if it stops us out. The goal here is to get better at holding trades, because that's something I have struggled with probably over the since I've started trading, is holding trades. So even if this thing comes back and breaks me even or stops me out for a $40 or $50 loss, I still just want to see how long we can hold this thing. I'm trying to target the opening down there at the 557. So we're looking for another 200 points. So if we get through this 680, because this is the top of the 15 minutes here, it should rip on down. If we get through these 80s, we should get a nice little waterfall, I feel, because that's that first 15-minute candle this morning. Or that crap can just rip all the way back up. So we need to really get through these 15 minutes, our 15-minute candle here. Push. Come on, give us some pushing power. I mean, this is already a 100-point trade. Yeah, but what'll happen, like, let's just say I try to take profit. It's just an eval, so it's more or less, I know if I move my stop loss to start trying to take profit, I'll just end up, getting stopped out. Ugh. Dude, Outer, think if I was still in this from my original short, man. I could be looking at almost a 300-point move if I could have just held that. So this is the only part this is the only area I'm worried about a bounce, is here off that 15-minute candle here. And this may give us an ad opportunity if we can push back up here and retest these EMAs. All right, let's see where the 50% of this total moves at. Pretty much where my stop loss is at, the 50%. Whew, what a rip, guys. What is that? Almost 30, 40 point rip? What's up, Francisco? time is it? 10:30? 11:30? So we only got 30 more minutes till lunchtime. Unfortunately, we could just turn into chop here. Unfortunately, this also could be the reversal area since it's heading into the lunch hour. Look at that 15-minute bounce here, guys. Yeah, if I get back up there, we may try to add to this and try to take some more points off of it. That 93 level. See, that's where my long was this morning, off 93. That's where my original long was that we took. We're just being patient here, guys, and waiting. There's just not really a lot to do unless we get some kind of pullback into our entry where we can add to it. We've had this same type setup for 3 days in a row, guys. Look, here's the opening 15-minute candle. Look, distribution. Look, we break below that first 15 minutes, and then we explode out the top. This same thing has happened for 3 straight days. 3 straight days today. Same setup over and over. Out the bottom of the first 15 minutes, which we did take this short, even though it was a little bit on the rocky side. We had to wait. And then once it printed above that, got above that 90 level and found support up here, that's where we took our long. Right now, we're just kind of consolidating sideways. What's up, Queen? Hopefully this is not where we're going to be stuck at for the rest of the lunch hour. So that is a big possibility. We could just be stuck here. We have Fed minutes or FOMC minutes. I want to say at 2 o'clock today. I heard someone say that Trump talks in 40 minutes, and we have NVIDIA numbers. So we have 3 things that can definitely to move the market up or down. Yeah, if we get below the 650, I may take my stop loss to the whole number at 700. If we can lose that 700 levels. So if you're saying if we lose those that order block, it could just be downtown. Downtown. Yeah. Is this the order block here? Right here? Let me go get a coffee or something. So we're just. If we stay below 81 here, I feel like we could run all the way down to 530. Or even all the way down to 490. Right now, we're at the top of those London highs, or that one first hour or two of the London highs. The London lows is all the way down at 531. We're at that first 15-minute candle this morning, guys. So we're kind of working our way through it. We're still in this little bitty consolidation box here, guys. So I'm hoping this is just our sideways trading. So like I said, it possibly could be hovering around this spot for the next hour. We're trading the NQ DTX or MNQ. We're just trading micros. They're $2 a point, or for one micro or one mini is $20 a point. So $20 a point is way too much. It's over leveraging if you're trading 25Ks. So usually about 5 micros is my max, which is like $10 a point. Yeah, my first trade was for 200 points. I took the long here right above this original 15-minute candle here. I got long at 93, and we took it up for 200 points. And we're up $600 on that account and $114 on our funded account. And we're up $385 at the moment on this account that we're trading. The two bigger amounts are evals, though, because I'm trading a little bit more aggressive than I do on my funded accounts. So I usually let anybody know that's watching me that if you see me trading kind of aggressively, usually I use evals as like my chart time. So like chart time or trying new stuff or trying to see what works and what doesn't work. But every day this week, I have taken this same setup. I've been taking this setup a lot more lately. So what this is the 15-minute breakout. So sometimes I'll take it twice, but the better move's always the second move. So what you're looking for is you're looking for the original breakout of the first 15-minute candle. This is from 9 o'clock to 9:15. And then you're waiting for a retest. So either you're going to get a retest of the 15 minutes and it holds, or it's going to break out the top. So every day this week for 3 straight days, it's the same exact move. Break down to the downside, then back out the other side. So we've had this same setup every day this week. Oh, it reached that 15-minute order block? No. Yeah, I see there's a lot in this area with these this candle here. I'm hoping it just bounces out of it a few times, then we'll be able to continue down. Yeah, let's see if this 15-minute holds up. It's taken us a lot to get through this. There's an order block in this area, so it's taken us a lot to get through these 15 minutes. These people are fucking insane. Good old Apex let me down. Issues. Oh, you took that long at woo, nice trade, Outer. Issues yesterday. Oh, goodness. Oh. Woo! Nice. Oh, that's the lunchtime alarm? No, I'm not sure what that was. I don't remember setting an alarm for that time. No, I'm not really sure. No, I don't trade NVIDIA news DX. Sorry about that. I wasn't looking at your message. I was trying to send an email real quick. The 15 minutes here, let me push the charts over. This is the 9 o'clock to 9:15 15 minutes. I usually have it marked out in the morning. It's a little indicator for opening range, and this way it kind of marks it out for you, so it's very easy to see whenever it, you know. So I don't guess I'm getting my accounts affixed with Apex because there was apparently no issues yesterday. Ugh, I swear. So we've got about 10 minutes left before the 12 o'clock hour. Like I said, we could just consolidate this whole time. If this 15-minute, like 80 can hold, then we may bring our stop loss down to 700 so we don't completely lose everything. Because right now we're up about 100 points on this trade. So we're back into that original 15 minutes from 9 o'clock this morning. So that's kind of where we're at the moment. But like I said, I know Trump speaks in a few minutes. We have FOMC minutes at 2 o'clock today, and we got NVIDIA. And like I said, we do not trade like NVIDIA news. I mean, I've messed around with that before, but usually we stay away from that. Because this thing, NVIDIA comes, you're looking at like 1 to 200 point moves. Maybe if we had like a 90% account, but we don't have no 90% account to trade that with. Oh, that FOMC minutes don't usually give very much news or very much movement. We probably won't get our big move to NVIDIA numbers come out this evening outer. You'll get that 1 or 200 point move to the top side. Oh, are you still looking for entry off that 28? Sorry about this, guys. I'm trying to mark out 28 right here for somebody. So if your 28 gets tagged in, what is your what are you targeting, Outer? 2R? Dude, how big is where's your stop loss has to be? Down here on this candle here at the 600s? 569? This thing could come back and stop me out, guys. I think, like I said, I think Trump's supposed to speak here in a little bit. So this thing could just rip back up. So you got to be careful here. This thing could just, like I said, rip my face off back up here. Got to be aware of that. This is the lunch hour too. We're kind of in a little consolidation box for the lunch hour. What's up, Clark? How are you doing? What's up, Derek? Oh yeah, that's what happened with a lot of websites yesterday. It was that Cloudflare. Woo! We could get stopped here, guys. It's gonna get scary. It's gonna get scary. That first 15-minute candle could be holding here. Really need to see the 93s, 94 holds because, like I said, that was my original entry from this morning, that 93 area. So, kind of need to see that area hold. Woo! Unfortunately, stop loss would have to be back up there at 822 here. If it pushes back to our entry, we're going to try to add if we can, unless it explodes through our entry. No chance for your entry. 64 level breaks to the upside. That's Manzini's long level for a squeeze. So if we break that 64, I'll be very tempted to probably close my trade if the 64 breaks on the ES. It just rejected the 64. If it prints above it, it's going to get scurry. There's the 64 push. Like I said, it could squeeze above that 64. Then it could just be off to the moon up there. Ooh. We just rejected pretty hard off that 64 level. So 64 is still somewhat holding. That's where that rejection came from. I don't know if it continues. Outer, there's hope for your 28. What's up, Brian? How are you doing today? Did not cancel. Still waiting. All right, my blue line down here, that's where Outer's looking for his long. Ready? He's like, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Whoa, that is a very bullish candle, Outer. I mean, whoo, that thing looks very bearish. That thing is moving. Scary. Come on, bounce. Woo, can we say boner candle? 100.5 minute candle, guys. That is insane. Oh my goodness. These 5-minute candles have just been insane the last few days, man. All right. We're going to at least lock in 100 points. This way, if it does pull back, I'm not sitting through more drawdown. All right. There's the All right, we got 100 points locked in. There's a lot of wicks sitting there at 50, guys. Come on. Hola. Here's these wicks. All right. See, we're kind of bouncing off all those wicks there at the 50s. We're back at your entry there, Outer. Ooh. We're at the bottom of that 15-minute range, which that's why we're kind of bouncing here. What a nice hold. What is your 2R order fill, Outer? What target to the upside are you looking for? like I said, we're just probably just going to lock in our 100 points in case we don't continue moving. 756. Wow, that's a nice trade. I may also look for long off yesterday's close at 531. We'll have to stroll to the left and see what kind of wicks are there on the hourly chart. And so we may look for a long off the close down there at 531 if we get down there. Don't know if we'll get down there. Some days that level doesn't get hit. What's up, Chris? How are you doing today? Thank you for the $2 donation. And this could be another little bear flag. So it's definitely another possibility here. We got to get back out of these levels. So it's going to take a lot to get through these wicks. That's why I think it's going to just keep consolidating, because you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you got like 5 or 6 wicks that it's just going to constantly hit here. So it'll struggle to get through that. I think if we can manage to get below this 600 level, I may lock in a few more points here, because right now we have 100 points locked in. We're looking for 565, and that's right below this last wick down here this morning. So that wick is at 70, so we're just looking for that wick. And that 30 level, that is the London lows. So I almost wanted to target those London lows, because most of the time we will run the London Asia low, and that's where those levels are sitting. Oh, you don't think that low wick's going to break? That's okay. Like I said, we'll just go ahead and try to lock in a few more points. Oh, come on. This didn't work. There we go. You don't think that... Oh, you were over there in My Funded Futures lobby, Chris? So this will be our second big trade of the day. This morning we were able to kind of lock in a 200-point trade. We pretty much caught this whole move up this morning, or most of all of it. We got long. Our first long this morning was at 693, and we took it all the way up to 893. Man, that thing went up 300 points this morning. It was just a non-stop train. Here's the 600 level. You definitely got to anticipate a bounce here. So it looks like we're kind of going to go back into a consolidation period, and you can kind of see it. So you kind of get your little square going, like Methodical Man likes to call it, his Tom Sabo box. All right, we got 110 locked in at the moment. Is it 12:15? I hardly ever have trades going into the lunch hour like this. So this thing could go either way because I keep hearing, I think Methodical Man or somebody said that Trump is speaking. I'm assuming he's speaking. And we have FOMC minutes. And after the close today, we have NVIDIA numbers. I was actually surprised that we had this type of move today. I thought NVIDIA's would be kind of like stagnant, where it would just be chopping sideways because everybody's waiting for the numbers to come out this evening. I'm hoping these wicks will save me, but we've already hit those once, so I don't know. That looks pretty bullish there. It looks like a pretty bullish candle. So the wicks are still saving us. Like I said, all these 5-minute wicks, it's going to take a few candles to get through that. Hmm. Hmm. Shouldn't I trade the lunch hour? Yeah, lunch hours are tough. I definitely don't like taking entries in the lunch hour. I'm kind of like with you on that one, Outer. No entries taken during the lunch hour. We're only like what 35, 40, 40, 50 points from our target. If we can break 600 again, I will move my take profit down to closer to that 600. And then we could use these wicks as support here. So we already got 1, 2, 3, 4 wicks. If we can break down there, because then if we break down, it's going to do the same things it did here. It's just going to constantly be hitting those wicks. So I think it'll save us a few times. This may get us right here, guys. May have to retest that 9 EMA. Let's put it, let's just take, we'll just do 60 instead of 55, so it'll be 5 less points. And this way, if we hit that 9 EMA, it should, you know, can't get that little 9 EMA hit on the 5 minutes. But if we break the 9 EMA, if it hits it, pulls back and goes, it's probably going back to the 700s. Ooh. Outer, are you still holding your long off that 28? Well, I know Trump is speaking right now, so you could get a big old boner candle to the top side. It's kind of like when Powell speaks. You know, Powell says something and cause the market to go up like crazy. And that's looking pretty bullish. I mean, these candles are definitely trap candles. I mean, these are like 30 and 40 point 5 minute candles, which is insane for the 5 minutes. Today, the last 2 days have been insane. I can't imagine how many people got caught in fake breakouts thinking that we're just going up, and just whoosh, the bottom falls out. This is one thing that trading the 5 minutes has kept me out of, because I used to be real bad about trying to take breakouts, and I would trade the 1 minutes. And I would just get trapped all the time. But now that I've been steady staying with the 5 minutes, it hasn't been happening as much. The 5 minutes I enjoyed a lot better than I have the 1 minutes. I feel like I'm able to like get rid of all the noise. So if it keeps pushing up, it's going to break through because we've already pushed up 4 times. So this is what we were saying about all these 5 minute wicks down here. So I knew it was going to take a little bit to get through this area just because you got 4 and 5 wicks right here. So you may even get one more push up to that 60 level. And that's kind of where my stop is at. So we've already hit these 4 wicks. So you might get that 60 hit or this one here at the 60. So might get the 60 hit on this next push. Excuse me. Well, I don't know. We're making higher lows, so I mean, that looks like a ugly bear flag here. Just broke that. Let's see if it continues pushing. My stop would be your break even. I think if we get 1 or 2 more pushes up there, it'll probably push outer because we've already pushed up there 4 times. And eventually it's going to break through all those wicks. I just know it'll take a lot to get back to the upside because all those down wicks. I mean, look at all these wicks. it would just be a nightmare to try to get back through this. I thought this was an easier trade because there was just nothing over here once we lost this area here. And there's the break out the bottom. All right, we got locked in. What is that? 55, 45, 35. So we got locked in 140 here. So if it stops us out, we'll at least lock in 140. Ooh, this may get us. Come on. Let's see. The little bear flag is kind of paying. Higher low, break below that wick, and it pushed almost 20 points. Oh no, here it goes. All right, finally got stopped that one. Whew. That was a nice long trade. I also will look for a long off those 531s if for some crazy reason we get down there. All right. Let's see. Where is... Let's go. It's got to break through, man. Like all these wicks, they're battling it out outer. So today we got two of our biggest trades ever. A 200-point trade for a run-up on this one. And we could have got another nice long trade here, but we paper-handed it when we tried to short up here earlier. So we missed out on this one, so we had to wait. And we didn't get long again until 765. Yeah, 765. We got short around this bear flag here. So another basically what this... So this is something I look for whenever we're super bullish. Look for these small candles next to the 5-minute charts. And this is almost like a bear flag for the 5-minute. I usually prefer it to be green. I think it's a little bit stronger when it's green. But it had a nice push before we ran into all this consolidation. So I will try long off 531 if we get down there. And that's at yesterday's close. I really need to look at the hourly chart and see if there's some kind of wicks around that area. If there's no wicks there, we probably won't even consider it. So put it on the hourly. All right, got to spread this out a little bit. I don't know how much I like that one. I mean, there's quite a few wicks back up in this area, but there's no wick directly on top of it. So I don't know how much I like that one. Man, look at the hourly candles. There's just straight downtown on the hourly. Ooh, I don't know. I just don't see any wicks there, so I don't know. I don't have my thing set up to go far enough back. See, that big candle this morning took out this wick. So was that, yeah. So that was the candle this morning. See, here's my 15-minute little candle that we're trading off. Look, it pushed down, hit this wick, and exploded. So I see some nice wicks around the 50 area, so I might try the 50. Or it might be one of those things where you can do like the backdoor trade where you follow it down with a long behind it. And this way, if it bullies through, you don't get caught in the sell-off. Let's see. So this was the 1 hour candle I just set, that 1 hour line. And if you look over here, look at all these wicks on the 5 minutes. So that 60 may be a nice bounce spot here. So the opening. Woo, there she goes. Man, we missed my 200 points. Damn it, it just hit that 65 outer. Oh my goodness. Look at that bounce, guys. 60. That's what they were saying. That 60 was probably a nice 10-point bounce. 60 right on the dot, too, pretty much. What, 62, 63. Man. The London lows is sitting there at 530. So if it can break, yeah, I wouldn't probably look for anything more than like a bounce. It wouldn't be one of those things where you hold the trade. It'll just be looking for a bounce. You're just looking for like 10 points or something in that type range. Just 10-point bounce. Maybe 20. Do we get the 50 bounce? Do we put a resting order down there? There's the 50. I bet you it struggles to get. There's the wick through the 50. There's a lot of wicks in this area. So, like I said, you're just looking for 10-point trades. You're not probably looking for big trades back up. Let's see. We will give it a whirl. And we'll go to break even fast, too, if it hits us. Come on. Ah. Let's see if we can do it the back door. Looks like it's going to get stopped. That thing is just so bearish at the moment. Oh, it would have paid her 10 too if I'd have kept my original entry. We were paper handing it because we wasn't sure. Yep. Paper hand. Yep. Okay. Would have got my original 10 if we held the first one, but we did not. All right, so what is the next level? 500? Do we bounce at the 500? I know, this is crazy, man. I almost wish I still was holding my trade outer. I bet that was the 10 that just hit. How much time we got left on this candle? A minute? There's yesterday's close. That 10 bounce is always insane too. Like we always get the 10 bounce. I swear. 10 bounces almost every time. Let's see if we get back above this 30 level. The next level of bouncing could be around that 93 level. And I say that because that's the, like, around that Asia low. Here you're looking for support below that 32 level. So the first 50% is 40. If we lose 40, we may push 50% this whole move all the way back up to 70. I would prefer to see a 93 bounce, like it pushed down. Just push that down to the 90s and reject there off the 90s. And that would be your Asia low. Ooh, it's pushing it. I couldn't pull the trigger. I tried to. I just couldn't do it. I wasn't sure. Damn it. There comes the 50% there at the 70. Do we blast through the 70 here? $73 is the bottom of the low from the AM session. So this could just be the 50% pullback for us to pull back down. Man, what a rip, guys. Oh, my goodness. 100-point candle, guys. Goodness. All we can do is just sit here and watch it. I missed the entry. I had the levels marked out. I just couldn't push the trigger. I just couldn't pull it. I wanted to get long above 40, try to take it up to the 70, but man, it blasted at 50%, and you know that's going back up. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I'm probably not going to take any more trades either, Outer. I was close. I was so close to pulling the trigger on that 40 level that I had marked out, but I just hesitated like, oh, crap, it's too late. Then I was like, maybe this level here. Then I just sat there just like deer in headlights. I was like, oh, well, we missed it. Stop being greedy today. We've already got 2 banger trades. Oh, goodness. Insane, insane, insane. All right, guys, we're going to take a break. Like I said, we may come back and do power hour or earnings today and watch the market go crazy. Probably won't take any trades, but we don't mind watching. I like to watch the market do crazy stuff and see what we get on the earnings. You too, Outer. If you're not aware of the news for the day, we have earnings for NVIDIA. What is it? Probably a little bit after 4 o'clock. So, unfortunately, this thing could go all the way back up here if those NVIDIA numbers come out strong. They just sold it off. They sold off NVIDIA all day for just a big old pump. So, basically, a big old dump to try to bring down the price, and they're going to skyrocket this thing probably all the way back up to the 25,000s. Sounds good, Bear. Have a good evening.
Screen glow on my face at 3 a.m. Ninja trader hums a digital hymn. Futures flicker red and green ballet. TikTok silent, YouTube's just static today. Candlesticks climb, then they fall like rain. My portfolio's a ghost, no one to explain. Lonely days, trading in the void. Charts don't lie, but they don't make a noise. I watch the ticks, they dance in the dark. No likes, no comments, just my beating heart. Full port, empty room, what's the cost? Is this a profit or just a lost cause? Alone in the charts, I'm a one-man show. Candlesticks for hours, no one to know. TikTok trends fade, YouTube stars align. But I'm here with my trade, stuck in this time. Alone in the charts where the numbers collide. Futures rise and fall, but I'm by my side. No audience claps, no one to cheer. Just me in the market, year after year. My phone pings once